We've come past the Dutch Garden Centre, starting from Cardiff Gate, and the most exciting bit, I think, is the bit earlier I showed where there was sort of a puddle on the side of the road. Normally that covers the whole road, so you can't really make your way through it unless you've got wellies. It can get quite deep, and this is the first time I've been past where it hasn't been filled. I don't know if it's a leak or if there's just poor drainage, but we made it through, so we're off to a good start. I do have my super brolly in case it rains. I'm slathered in SPF. I probably look like a ghost from it. I will say it's probably the only thing about walking this way. The lane is considerably smaller, so you do have to, it looks like it gets a bit wider here, but you do have to really keep an eye out for cars and make sure you're really on the side. But so far, actually seems like a really lovely route. So I've just started reading, not on this walk, Anne Tyler's 3 Days in June. I love Anne Tyler. She's such a fascinating author. I find it really interesting how timeless everything feels that she writes, and she certainly has, I don't know, just a really great way of writing characters in this sort of certain phase of life where they're looking back on everything. And the last time I saw a really good book do that, besides Anne Tyler, was actually Graham Norton's last one, Frankie. So if you like Anne Tyler, give Frankie a go. It's very different to anything I think Graham Norton had done before, but it was just fantastic. Really did not feel like a celebrity novel in the slightest. So I don't think we've hit the point yet, but I have followed this way on Google Maps, and there's a part where it eventually joins the other route I've done. So I think we're not there yet. I think we've got a little while to go until then. So there is called Rudry Fresh, so we're definitely in Rudry now. The road is also much wider, which makes for getting to the side a little bit easier. I seem to recall seeing that point on Google Maps, so I'm sure we're probably not that far off where it converges with the previous route I've done. I have a feeling, if you can see the fence there, that is where I would normally walk, I think, because I recognise the steep dip, and also going past that farm and the views on the other side. So I have a feeling we are imminently about to meet the other path just on the other side of this farm. It is really striking how beautiful the houses are as you come up here. Oh, there's a plane, a little tiny plane. You can see it. Oh, it's gone now. So this walk always really reminds me of a similar one I used to do with a friend back home that goes up through Nantglyn Valley from Colwyn Bay. And one, because it's quite a, it's a relatively big town, Colwyn Bay. Lots of houses at least. And it leads you quite quickly into the countryside and a really good access point to well beyond there. You can go towards Eglusbach from going up that way. You can turn back down through Llywelyn. It's really, really nice walk. And I do find this really similar in that you're walking from, the capital city of Wales. And within not very long at all, you are just in the middle of the countryside. And then before you know it, you pop back out in Caerphilly, which, is as you're going up the Rumney Valley then. So, it is just a beautiful walk, really beautiful area. Some of the houses and the sights, when you get to the top of Rudry, it's incredible. To be honest, I've come out today because for the past 3 months, since starting my new job, I've been incredibly lazy. And it's not that it takes up more time than my last job used to, but it really is just learning something new. It really does take it out of you. It's really interesting how dark it gets once you come under the canopy of trees. It's quite nice shade. I have no idea if I need to top up my SPF yet, considering how much I've been sweating, but appreciate the shade. It's quite a cloudy day today. I brought my umbrella in case it rained. So time will tell if we need it. So I do have a feeling this is where it merges. So I've just seen through the bushes there and I actually think I recognise where I am. I think the last time I tried to film this walk, I had to take a diversion because of some flooding. And I have a feeling this is the way I turned. If I was to have turned left, I think I would have come out going towards Lisvane, like I did on that walk. Once I can see, I recognise here so well. I mean, doesn't this look familiar? That's the way I walked last time. I have a feeling once we can see over here, I will be absolutely positive. Which means we come out right near the bottom of the big hill. I mean, that's it, isn't it? That is the view. You can see all the way over there. I'm assuming that is the Bristol Channel. You can see the boat. It's quite far away, so maybe not. I don't think zooming will do much good. So yeah, essentially, this walk has cut around Cefn Mably. The worst thing about mineral SPF is when you're out and about and you don't have a mirror, so you cannot see how well you've rubbed it in. probably abysmally, but we've put enough on. Yeah, so last time I walked here, I pointed out that there are a few public footpaths, one of them being here that goes through that field. And I didn't walk it because it was what had rained, hence why the bottom of the hill was flooded. As you'll see in a second, it's quite a dip, and we're just about to rejoin the main way I'd normally walk. So we're turning back now towards Cardiff because I don't want to be gone for too long. So we're essentially looping back round on the other side of all the land we just walked alongside. So I pointed out the path I normally walked along from the other side of a farm at some point, so I'm going to try and spot that on the way back. So I think on the other side of that field is actually where we got to our loop when we're on the other side. So actually I think it's across from here. We might get a better view down here.